5. Molly turned her head to see at least 20 of the mud monsters advancing on them menacingly. They were aimed with planks of wood clearly torn from the old trawler, and another huge piece of netting that floated behind them like an enormous cape. Fear and adrenaline pumped through her. Just as she had thought they were safe, they were under attack once more. "We have got to get away," she cried anxiously, unable to take her eyes off the fast approaching army as they marched along the seabed, shaking their weapons threateningly at the mermaids. "And we have got to get the lobster port to safety. That's what they are after," she thought frantically. If she and Layla didn't move fast, they would be cut off by the advancing monsters, and even if they were camouflaged, it might be difficult to get away. "Time to try something else. Put your arms around my waist, Layla," she said after a moment, "and get ready for a speedy ride." Layla grabbed the rim of the lobster pot and did as Molly said, sliding her arms around Molly's middle and holding tight. Then Molly clutched the animal champ again. "Make me swim as fast as dolphin," she commented. And then, whoosh, they were away, whizzing through the water together at a breathtaking speed. Molly's whole body was singing with the magic foam. The animal champ charged up and full of energy as they surged away from the monsters serving to avoid them. "Hold on," Molly screamed, "and don't let go out of that lobster pot." "Whoa," Layla cried, clinging to Molly as she was dragged along. Molly steered them away from the coastline, the monsters, and the trawler until she and Layla were far out into the open ocean. Only when she was sure they were a safe distance from danger did she come to a smooth stop. "Are you okay?" she asked Layla, noticing that her friend's knuckles were white from holding on so tightly. Layla's hair was white and tumbling all about her face, but her eyes were shining. "That was amazing," she said breathlessly. "What a rush. We must have traveled so far." "Well done, Molly. That was quick thinking, and even quicker at the price. This animal charm is turning out to be the most useful present ever," she told Layla. "It has saved my skin so many times already. And talking of saving things, we must get the whales out of the lobster pot now. If we can just break through the surface." Layla smiled. "I know an animal who can help us," she said mysteriously. "Let's see if I can call on one over." She sang a few words in a strange language, and Molly turned to her curiously. "Who are you singing to?" she couldn't help asking. Layla pointed ahead. "Here he comes right now," she said. "Isn't he beautiful?" Molly stared at the creature that was swimming towards them. It was a large fish with a white belly and a grey-blue back, a crescent-shaped tail, and the most unusual face she had ever seen. "Oh my goodness," she gasped in excitement, recognizing the creature's long upper jaw that stuck straight out in front of it like a spear. "Is that a swordfish?" Layla nodded. "Cool, isn't he?" she said fondly. "And that sword he's got. Oh, George, and rather is very sharp and strong. If anyone can pierce through to the whales, it's this guy." The swordfish cruised over towards them, his sword-like jaw cutting through the water like the prow of a ship. "Hey there," he said, his large round eyes flicking from Layla to Molly. "Did you call?" "I did," Layla replied, and showed him the lobster pot. "Could you be really kind and break through here for me as carefully as you can, please? There are thousands of little whales trapped in there, and we need to get them out." The swordfish backed away suddenly, looking alarmed. "Whales?" he echoed. "What, including killer whales?" Layla hesitated. Yes," she said, "including killer whales. Is that a problem?" The swordfish nodded, his jaw swooshing up and down indignantly. "A problem? Well, yes, actually, seeing as killer whales eat swordfish," he said, his voice trembling. "I was just thinking this morning how relaxing and safe it has felt in the ocean lately, and now I know why. Well, you won't catch me setting those big guys free again. No way." Molly sympathized with the scared-looking swordfish. After all, she had been chased by a ferocious killer whale herself in one of her first mermaid adventures. She vividly remembered just how terrifying it had been, seeing that huge, powerful black and white body streaming towards her. "I am sure we can come to a deal," she told the swordfish, thinking quickly. "The whales will be so grateful to you for setting them free. I am certain they would agree to be your friend. Don't you think, Layla?" Layla nodded. "Absolutely," she said solemnly. "In fact, I will personally guarantee your safety from all whales. If you will just help us this time, please. It's really important." The swordfish looked from Layla to Molly and then noticed Molly's animal charm. Its round eyes grew even rounder, and it bowed. "I see you are a true friend to the animals," it said respectfully. "So I in turn must be a true friend to you and do what you ask me." It shivered as if it would still rather not have anything to do with the whales, but swam closer to the lobster pot all the same. The swordfish touched the point of its sword to the glassy surface and seemed to take a deep breath. "Okay," it said, "here goes." Molly watched the swordfish drive its strong pointed jaw against the lobster pot. There was a grinding noise as the brave swordfish pushed, and then all of a sudden a crack appeared in the hard glassy surface that covered the pot, and the swordfish broke right through immediately and hid behind Molly, while Layla pulled away the broken pieces of the glassy substance and opened up the lobster pot. Water poured out of the pot, so did a great gushing stream of tiny whales. As they re-entered the ocean, the whales grew bigger and bigger and bigger until they were back to their usual vast size. Molly gasped at the sight of the immense blue whales, fearsome killer whales, and gentle humpbacks all together, like one glorious whale party everywhere she looked. Well done, she said, hugging the swordfish, who was now shaking at the sight of so many of its enemies. Oh, well done. That was really brave of you. Thank you. Layla, meanwhile, was whooping with joy and swimming from whale to whale, kissing them and stroking them happily. Then the courageous swordfish and clapped her hands together. It's a wonderful to see you safe and healthy again, she said, holding the silvery whale charm on her necklace as she spoke. It fizzed with bright red magic sparkles which spread out through the water in glittering trails, as if carrying her message to everywhere. Just one thing before you all swim away, she called, then beckoned to the swordfish, who swam timidly towards her. This guy just set you free from where you were imprisoned, and now I declare him a friend to all whales. Nobody is allowed to eat him, all right? The whales bowed their mighty heads respectfully in the direction of the swordfish, and a few even sang to him in gratitude. Good job, Layla told the swordfish, who looked relieved and now rather proud of himself. You are a friend to mermaids too. Thanks again. Pleasure, the swordfish said, bowing his long jaw bashfully. Glad I could help. Layla watched him swim quickly away, then turned back to the whales. I will come and check on you all individually as soon as I can, she told them. But now you really should swim to your homes or set off on your migration routes. Let's get back to normal as quickly as possible. Far from swimming happily away through, the whales seemed confused about where to go. Some were even bumping into one another as they moved around, as if they couldn't see properly. All right, Molly asked Layla. Why aren't they going anywhere? Layla bit her lip. Her face suddenly clouded with worry. They don't seem to have any sense of direction, she said uneasily. I don't think their echolocation skills can be working properly. She winced as she saw a large sperm whale bump clumsily into a rock on the seabed. Oh no, she said, this is a disaster. End of chapter 5.